Hey guys, it's Bianca and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be speaking about the best and worst eyeshadow palettes that I've owned, that I've used and that I've reviewed, and some of them I really enjoy and some of them I'm just like, yeah, I don't know, I think I'm going to pass on that one. So one of the first ones I want to talk about is by the brand Beauty Treats. Now I don't know, I really did try to like them, but I mean, you really do get what you pay for. So the two that I own are literally so dusty because I never use them. So this is the Beauty Treats 24 Gold palette, and this is the Beauty Treats, this is just the Lumo one. This is just called the 24 Matte palette. So I just don't like how the mattes blend out. They just aren't really pigmented and the shades just look kind of dull to me. They just look really dull to me. So I'll swatch like this one for you so you guys can see. Like they're blotchy and they just don't perform really well on the eyelids that well. Yeah. And then this one as well. Like they just don't perform well at all on, like with swatches and on the eye as well. So I wasn't really impressed. I didn't buy these. These were both gifts for me. Don't get me wrong, I'm super grateful for how I received them. I think it was one of them was my birthday or Christmas, but I really didn't enjoy how they performed on me. And then the shimmers, it's kind of like the top layer is shimmery and then as you dig into it, it's just not at all. So I'm just gonna swatch this one for you. So like the shade is super stunning, but it's super powdery and it just doesn't look good on the eye and it just kind of blends to nothing, unfortunately. So that was that one. And then the other one I want to talk about it's the Lumo one. So I did not dip into these neutral shades at all in the palette. I just found them extremely dull. Like I wasn't attracted to using them. This is like the first time I'm actually using some of them, so I'm just gonna swatch some, and they just look grey and dull, like not colors that you would necessarily, I don't know how to swatch, that you would necessarily buy. Like I don't know, I'm just not a fan of the colors. And then there's not really much variety with regards to shimmer. Like I said, like at the top layer looks shimmery and then it just blends into nothing. So yeah, for the quality, I think it was just under or over 100 Astro. For the quality that you get, it isn't, like for the price, it's not bad. Like if you're just starting out and you don't want to spend a lot on eyeshadow, or if you really ever wear eyeshadow, then by all means, go ahead. But I'm sorry, I don't dip into those palettes at all. They're just not something that I enjoy. I don't really dip into those colors. They just look very dull and yeah, not a fan. Okay, then I'm going to go on to my BH Cosmetics Bronze Paradise. Now I absolutely love this palette. I have no issues with this palette at all, and this was probably the same. This was really cheap as well. This was under 200 Rand and I am obsessed with all these colors. They're so beautiful and they blend beautifully. I would recommend BH Cosmetics to people who are on a budget but really want quality. BH Cosmetics outdoes almost every brand for me. I do only have one of their eyeshadow palettes, but I do have their brushes as well. And from other things that I hear, like the Shanix O palette, the Cardi Bible palette, like a lot of people really enjoy those. So I want to try and get my hands on more BH Cosmetics palettes. But so far, I really do enjoy the Bronze Paradise one. They blend up beautifully, they're pigmented, like there's no issue. I'll show you. This is my favorite shade, which I've totally botched, but it's just I'm just gonna swatch a few of them for you. They're so pretty and they're so buttery. Like I don't have an issue with these colors and how they perform at all. So I don't know if you guys can see that I really don't know how to swatch. I should probably do it on this hand, hey. But yeah, so this is what they look like. These are just a few of the shimmer shades. Let me just do a matte. So yeah, that's the matte shade. And it comes with a highlighter and a bronzer as well. So really good value for money if you want to get eyeshadow palettes but you don't know which brand to go for, I hands down really do suggest getting a BH Cosmetics palette. The next palette that I want to talk about is my Element of Surprise palette by Colourpop. I had gotten this secondhand from a good friend of mine who's also a makeup artist, Mercedes, and she had given this, well, I paid for it secondhand. So I really wanted to try out Colourpop colors, and I was really drawn to this kind of color scheme. I was really drawn to the pinks and this lilac-y purple. Some of them are botched because I've like really gone to town in them. I'm just going to swatch a few for you as well. I'm going to swatch the purple shade as well. The copper one. My hand is wet, so the swatches might look more intensified, but they look the same on the... They look completely the same on the eyelids as well. They are super buttery, they're pigmented. They really do perform well on the eye. Like, this is also another super affordable brand that has got their shit together with regards to price and quality. And they also do, I think they also do single eyeshadows as well, which aren't cheap. I mean, they aren't expensive either. The only thing here is that you will obviously pay a lot more for the eyeshadow palettes here because they're not South African brands, or not, they don't have like shops here like Urban Decay, MAC, or stuff like that. So you might have to import, which you will get a chance of customs, or if you feel like you do want to spend a little bit of money, you can buy it from distributors here. Obviously make sure they're authentic, number one. Okay, so the next palette I want to talk about is the Elegant Nudes. Now, this palette is super nice for people that are starting out and don't have a lot of money to spend on eyeshadow. I really did enjoy this palette when I was broke, because it really was a stunning palette. Now, I don't really use this much because it's like the colors don't really speak to me, but I will swatch a few for you. They just look too similar, like, for my liking. I did really go into it when I did use it a lot, but I don't use it anymore. I actually should, because they are so stunning, but I'm not drawn to them as much as I should be. So these are the swatches here, just a few, for you to get an idea of what you're getting. I think I paid 100 rand for that, and this is the Nudes palette. I would have liked a lot more warm tones in here as well, so you can get, I mean, how many shades? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you get 12 shades for 100 rand, which isn't bad. I would rather have this with just like a same color scheme than that shit beauty treats. Like, guys, I promise you, beauty treats don't waste your time. They are so dry and but yeah, I need to play around with the LA Girl more because they're a super affordable brand. And yeah, so I'll maybe dip into that palette sometime soon. But yeah, from what I have used, I mean, I really can't remember, but I don't remember having an issue with them at all. So this is really stunning. You saw the swatches, but the colors are very beautiful, and they're pigmented, and they're buttery, so no problem with that. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is my Swiss Beauty Slays for Days. Now, I got this last year, like literally a year ago, and I thought this was the best palette I'd ever seen in my whole life. I thought that this palette was the business. I thought that there's nothing could compare, until I really did compare it, and I was like, fuck. This is not, I don't really enjoy this palette as much as I used to, because I actually realized what eyeshadows should be and how eyeshadows should perform. The only downside about this palette is some of the shimmer shades are like shit. Like on your eye, like with a brush, they just don't do what they're supposed to do. They don't really, you know, like it just slays for days. Like I want to fucking slay. I don't want to have like no color on my eyelid, but anyway. So I will just swatch a few shades for you. Like honestly, I can't really tell. Like when I swatched them, I was like, oh my god, this is so beautiful. And then like I started using it on my eyelids, and I was just like, the colors don't really show. But in all honesty, again, if you're starting out, you don't really mind not having intense pigment or intense, like some of the intensities that I like to go for, then by all means, like, go for it. So the thing I do like about this palette is some of the mattes really are beautiful and are so creamy, and some of them really do blend out. Like I have quite a few that I dig into a lot because they are so pretty. So this is what the swatches look like. Again, you guys should never judge a palette by the swatches. I should do this side. I don't know why I'm so dumb. But yeah, I don't know, like I feel like it would be cool for you to have because of the shades and how much you pay for it, but then you might as well just get Morphe, like, because I mean we all know Switch Beauty's passed on their labs literally being AliExpress, but we'll save that for another video. But yeah, I like it. Like, it's not like I hate it. It's not as bad as the Beauty Treats one. Like, those perform shit, and also like perform shit swatch wise and on your eyelids as well. So yeah. Then while we are on Switch Beauty, I want to talk about that Unicorn Sauce palette. Now, when I had first gotten these this palette, I was like, fuck, this is so amazing. How did I not have this in my life the whole time? Until I realized that literally the first like 2 or 3 rows of color, like the first 3 rows of color are like garbage. They don't show up on any kind of skin tone at all. The yellow shade is actually pure shit, like actual shit. I don't know if you guys have ever seen my videos where I do like a sunflower recreation. It was garbage. You can't even see it on my arm. Wait, I'll swatch it for you. Like, I know swatching, like, you shouldn't judge a color by the swatch, but I promise you, if these even swatch shit, it's shit on your eyelid. Like, I promise you, don't buy a yellow shade from Switch Beauty, like, ever. Like, I'm pale as shit, and you can't even see that on my arm. Like, where is it? I don't know. But the one color scheme in this palette that I really did enjoy was the pinks. The pinks are beautiful. They blend amazingly, and so does the green. The green and the pink are my absolute favorite out of this whole entire palette. So let me swatch. I'm gonna try and use this on because I'm actually garbage. So I know they look really shit, but they really do perform well on the eye, like, no lies. Yeah, there are pigments. You do have to get a bit going though. Just you do have to build it up, because sometimes they can appear quite sheer. But I promise you, if you put in the effort for your blending, like, it will really look stunning. Now, that's the only downfall, is that they're not as pigmented, but they do blend out beautifully if you really do pack in a couple of hours a day. No, I'm joking. Yeah, I really like this for like college and stuff, because I don't want to buy an expensive color palette. So this is just my college. If we're doing like a fun colorful look, then I'll grab this, because I know that the quality is actually not that bad. So but I think it actually, did they just continue this or whatever? But Switch Beauty did say that they're bringing back palettes, but with better quality, so I'll see how that goes. I don't know if I'll buy another one, but even Morphe has discontinued this, so I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I might just have to get the BH Cosmetics the party, what is it, the festival palettes. Okay, now we go into my Morphe palette. Now, I gotten this also about a year ago, and I really did love this palette. A lot of people say that Morphe colors just blend into each other, and they don't really, you know, live up to the standard that Morphe like presents out there. Like, Morphe's like, oh my god, Morphe. But I actually really like this palette. This is my kind of my go-to, like, if I have like a matric dance to do or a bride, like, I'm dead ass gonna use this palette, because I know it's so beautiful. It has cool tones, it has warm tones, it has shimmers, and the shimmers are gorgeous. So I will just pick out a few shades that I really do enjoy, like really dig out. They are super buttery. Their shimmer shades are amazing quality. So buttery, and they just glide on. There's no crumbly fallout. They don't crumble or anything of that like kind of thing, because I'll get back to which ones crumble, but let me just swatch a few matte shades for you as well, the ones that I use all the time. And this one, I really do also like the black shade in this one, believe it or not. Like, I'm actually terrified of black, but this one is actually kind of nice. So this is the swatches. The colors are very I need to swatch this side for you guys. I'm so dumb. Anyway, yeah, so this is really nice. I would definitely recommend getting a Morphe palette of some sort, like a neutrals or whatever. because they are just so beautiful. Well, and remember guys, if you like something and I don't like something, that doesn't mean that I'm wrong, you're wrong, the world is wrong, fuck beauty treats, right? It's not that. It's just how, like, I think everybody just has different standards, and that's totally okay. Like, we're not all supposed to have the same taste. So if there's something that I don't like here that you like, I'm not telling you to not buy it, you know? Buy it and then see for yourself. Okay, so that's Morphe done. And then I want to move on to the Alamar palette. Now I did a first impressions video of this, and I did say that when you apply it with a brush, it's not as pigmented as when you do it with your like hands, or which is normal. Obviously if you apply a shimmer shade with your hand or your finger, it's gonna look good. But I did find, like, using the blue shades and all the shimmer shades, they really do crumble quite a lot. So that is a big issue for me, because Fallout shimmer shades, they're like, huh, you can't take them off the face, and sometimes it's also hard to blend. Like I did a look yesterday at college. I had used this shade over here called El Milicon. That one, it looked beautiful on the eyelid, but I was really having trouble blending it in with like the transition and the matte shades that I did use. I will swatch it for you guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's beautiful. It is so stunning. Like, one of the most stunning shades I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Like, Alamar was like, yo, they really did get their shit together with regards to shimmers and all that. So these are the swatches. Now guys, they are beautiful, so stunning, especially this one. It is so foiled, it is so beautiful, but for just some reason, I don't know what I was doing. I don't know if it was the Fix Plus, I don't know if it was the brush I was using, but I just had trouble blending it in. Like, like I really didn't want it to not do that, because the blue shade was very different. Well, on the back it does say high like or not high definition, but there are shimmers and there are some intense foils. So I don't know if it's because it's a foil that it just is different to apply, because I don't actually, the only other foil palette I kind of have is my Huda, but that applies fine. So I'm so confused. But yeah, but the mattes are beautiful. Like, the mattes are stunning. I love the mattes. I don't have one issue with any of the matte shades. So yeah, that's the Alamar palette. Next, let's go on to Dupe Factory. Now, I know Dupe Factory had said that they're actually not making these palettes anymore that I'm going to show you, because they're completely rebranding their brand essentially. So they're actually going to bring in indie brands from overseas, such as like, I think like Elf and all those kind of brands. But I don't know, I'm not exactly sure how true it all is, but I know that they said they weren't gonna make dupes, like they're not gonna private label anymore essentially. So this is the Jaclyn Hill dupe palette. So we had gotten these in our kits because they're just so easy to use and they are really good shadows, but I find that the shimmer shades are absolute disasters. Just like that high intensity Alamar, because it was a foil, these are just like normal shades, and they have such bad amounts of fallout, like ridiculous amount of fallout. It's like fallout shouldn't even be that bad on a palette, but they are really stunning colors and they swatch absolutely beautifully. Like, they are stunning colors. But on the eyelid, these shimmer shades crumble dry, they crumble with Fix Plus, they crumble with any kind of anything. Like, I just found it hard for me to apply. But yeah, but they're so pretty. Like, that's what I don't understand, is I don't know how to do it. Like, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what, but yeah, like they're stunning. Like, they're super stunning. I would have loved to get the original Morphe Jaclyn Hill and do like a comparison, but yeah, Morphe and Jaclyn Hill palette is very expensive here, so I don't want to spend 1,000 rand on a palette here that I know I can get it from Morphe for like 500 rand. Like, I'm not that desperate. Okay, and then I have two other Dupe Factory palettes. So this is the 35C palette. So I don't understand the color scheme on this palette at all. Like, I don't understand this color scheme. Like, we literally have like purples, green, and orange. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't understand this palette. But I haven't really gone into this because these colors don't appeal to me. I think I've only stuck my hand in like one or two, but yeah, like I wasn't a fan of this color scheme, to be honest, so I didn't really. And there's even a gray in here. Like, what even? Like, how would you ever use gray? Like, sorry guys, I'm looking down. I just, like, can't swatch and talk at the same time because I might be a little bit weird. But yeah, the orange shade in here I don't like. It's weird. It's a weird orange. Don't like it. So these are the swatches. Like, they're nice colors, but I would never use them in my whole entire life because they're just, it's a weird palette. Like, if the client said to me she wanted weird colors, like, I would totally bring that out because it's weird. Like, the shimmer shades again are stunning, but if they're like, I can't really say if they're crumbly because I haven't really tried it, because if one Dew Factory palette is crumbly, I'm pretty sure the other one is going to be crumbly, because then that means if it isn't, that means they're inconsistent, and we don't like inconsistency. Okay, the next one, this is probably I did a tasting, like I did like a comparison between this palette and the Swiss Beauty palette, because these were the most similar shades that I had in a comparison. So this shade right here, this one is a bitch. It crumbles everywhere. Like I said, with Fix Plus, with your finger, with a brush. Oh my god, a disaster. But again, they swatch beautifully and they are so pretty, but you can even see how it crumbles on the skin. Probably because I have hairy ass arms, but that's and then yeah, so these are beautiful. So I dip into this palette quite a bit when I'm doing at college or just with people in general. Like, they are really beautiful, but I will just maybe not use the shimmer shades as much. So this, you know, I need to take a fucking course in swatches because I'm so shit. I apologize if you can't see anything. So this is the swatches, and yeah, these are the swatches. Beautiful, but just watch out for the fallouts. Like, there's a lot. Like, when I mean a lot, I mean a lot. And also the mattes are also they have a lot of kickback, like powder, but that's fine because usually high pigmented shades do have a lot of kickback, but which is weird because shimmer shades have a lot more oil in them, so you would think that it would like stick better to the skin or your brush, but no. But the matte shades are beautiful. Like, when I did a comparison between the Switch Beauty Slays for Days and this is the 35K, when I did that, it was beautiful. Like, I really did prefer the Dew Factory one. Now guys, I really can't remember how much I paid for all of this, but the Dew Factory ones I think go for about $350 to $400, and then Switch Beauty is about $350, so it's around about the same kind of price range. But yeah, so now we're gonna go on to probably my favorite palette. So I've only used this twice, but I can already tell it is so amazing. This is my Huda Beauty Mauve Obsessions. I love them. I love them a lot, but the one thing I did say that I was disappointed about, because you know how Huda Beauty's palettes are like OMG, like the shimmer shades are amazing. Like, they're okay. Like, they're like on par with like Switch Beauty Morphe. Like, they're not insane, but they are insane, if that makes sense. Like, they are super pretty, but it's nothing like amazing. Like, it's pretty, but it doesn't make me die. Like, you know how some shimmer shades just like make you want to like vomit? Yeah, these not right there. Not too much. But the mattes they blend up beautifully. I love the mattes. This is actually what I'm wearing on my eyes now. So if you guys are interested, this video will be up before this one, so I'll link it. So these are the swatches of the mattes and the shimmers. Like, you can see the shimmer shades are like pretty on par with the other shimmer shades that I've swatched. Yeah, the mattes swatch shit, but they're so pretty on the eye. Like, I didn't have a problem blending at all. So yeah, that is actually by far my favorite palette. I'm not going to lie. I just don't know if I would order the big one, the Desert Dusk and the remastered one. I don't know, it's just like it's just like a lot of money here, like 1,500 rand for a palette. Like, what do you mean that's like half my salary? No. no. So yeah, I think that's all my palettes. For me, I don't have a lot because a lot of people have like amazing stuff. So I don't have any Tarte eyeshadows. I don't have any, like, I have one Juvia's palette little single eyeshadow, but yeah. And yeah, let's talk about Essence. So just like in general, Essence shadows are super shit. Their mattes are disgustingly not pigmented. I hate them, but some of their shimmer shades are gorgeous. So here I have my little, like, my must-haves kind of vibe. So I bought like a pink one and a pearly one for just like, you know, general use, and a white one as like a fixing powder and all that, and pink one for a blush. So literally stuff, but like you can see the difference in the pigment between like the Switch Beauty mattes and the Huda mattes. Like, it's not pigmented, and then when you put them on your eyes, it just like blends to nothing, and people are like, and then this one is literally crushed, but I'll swatch it anyway. Yeah, it swatches amazing, but it is terrible on the eye. It's ashy. It's just not worth your 30 rand. Not worth your 30 rand at all. But their shimmer shades are kind of cute. Like, their shimmer shades are nice. But don't buy, like, you know how they have like Would You Love Me, and they have like, and they have all those like grey, those rose. Like, I would not, because no, it's just no. And then I had bought this one, which was it says it's Essence The Metals. This is in the shade Deep Sea Shimmer. I had done a look with this. This was my Slaying Blue eyeshadow, and I hated it. It just like, it faded, but it's so, like, it's a pretty color, but like, it's dull. Like, it's just not vibrant like the Alamar ones. Like, the Alamar ones are just, ugh. The Alamar ones make me want to die. Like, they make me want to vomit because they're so nice. But Essence ones, I will never buy another Essence eyeshadow ever again. Like, ever. They probably could be worse than Beauty Treats. Alright guys, that's all I have to say for today. I think I've covered everything, but if you guys have any questions down below, please don't hesitate to ask me why I said the things I did. For me, it's just like, I want quality now. Like, starting off makeup, like, if you don't wear it often, then, like, I'm not saying that if you don't wear makeup often, buy shit, but if you don't wear makeup often and you don't want to spend money, I would suggest maybe going for like an LA Girl or a Switch. But obviously you have to like the brands that you buy. Like, I'm not going to tell you to buy brands if you don't like them, you know, so it's just personal preference again. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell notification down below so that you don't miss any videos from me, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.